Immediately he made the disciples get into the boat and go on ahead to the other side, while he dismissed the crowds. And after he had dismissed the crowds, he went up the mountain by himself to pray. When evening came, he was there alone. But by this time the boat, battered by the waves, was far from the land, for the wind was against them. And early in the morning he came walking towards them on the lake. But when the disciples saw him walking on the lake, they were terrified, saying, "It is a ghost," and they cried out in fear. But immediately Jesus spoke to them and said, "Take heart, it is I, do not be afraid." Peter answered him, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." He said, "Come." So Peter got out of the boat, started walking on the water, and came towards Jesus. But when he noticed the strong wind, he became frightened and beginning to sink. He cried out, "Lord, save me!" Jesus immediately reached out his hand and caught him, saying to him, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" When they got into the boat, the wind ceased, and those in the boat worshipped him, saying, "Truly, you are the Son of God." Amen.
I stopped in at the reception to ask for a map and some suggested local walks. One was pointed out that I thought sounded good, and off we went, Catherine and I together. I was promised a view of the village below. I wondered what below would mean. The ground was terribly flat where we were. But right enough, we caught one glimpse through one gap in the hedge, and then, more open, we could see all the roofs of the village not far from us. A change in perspective, and I was now looking down at someone else's parish. And I was also thinking, I'm going to enjoy my couple of days away. I'm going to enjoy time with Catherine, time with a book, time with the sea lapping in and out where I would sit with a picnic. But I also knew that I'd be going home to Clydebank and ready to serve in faithfully, sure that I wanted to put myself at God's disposal. The simplicity of a change in perspective brought a desire to see God at work in me and others. Amen.
Gracious God, we see that Jesus was always in demand, that ordinary people wanted to hear from him, to be touched by him, to be blessed by him. As his hands and feet on earth now, strengthen us that we might be available to others where our love and support and listening and encouraging are what's required. But we see too that Jesus took time to be on his own, time to be with you. As we read in today's passage, on the hillside through the hours of the night. Help us, loving Lord, to find rhythm in our own lives. Time to do and act, and time to be still, to be refreshed in you. And then there are times when we find ourselves in the boat in the middle of the lake, and you come to us. Sometimes to snooze in the stern, sometimes to command wind and waves, sometimes to invite us out of the boat into a whole new level of trusting you. Wherever we are today, may we be still to know that Jesus is near, that Jesus is here. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Amen.